covering all of East Texas. This is NBC 56 News at 10.
A manhunt for a Georgia man wanted for killing 4 people and kidnapping 3 little girls has ended tonight. Good evening, I'm Kirk.
And I'm Michael Lowe. The search is over for the man accused of killing 4 family members and kidnapping 3 of his children on Wednesday.
Jerry William Jones was arrested in Tennessee this evening and is in serious condition at a nearby hospital. Police say Jones shot himself in the head and the 3 girls are in good condition. Brian Moore has the latest from Calhoun, Georgia.
Jerry William Jones was the subject of a nationwide manhunt and had a half-day head start on police. In Calhoun, Georgia, Brian Moore, NBC News.
At least 10 U.S. soldiers were killed today after 2 separate attacks in Iraq. U.S. military investigators are trying to figure out what downed this Black Hawk chopper today, killing 9 Americans near Fallujah. And in other war news, a top Washington think tank, the Carnegie Endowment, attacked the Bush administration's rationale for sending U.S. soldiers to Iraq. But there are no apologies from Secretary of State Colin Powell.
And what is not there anymore is a horrible, dictatorial, filthy regime that did develop weapons of mass destruction.
To cool anti-American sentiment, the Central Iraq U.S. forces today began freeing a few of their 9,000 prisoners who were captured at the start of the war.
NASA's Spirit rover had a successful journey to Mars, but it's having a little more difficult time getting around the red planet. The rover arrived on Mars Saturday and has been relaying new photographs of the planet ever since the rover is supposed to leave the spacecraft and venture down onto the rocky Martian terrain. But now NASA says that maneuver will be delayed at least a week so engineers can have at least one shot at clearing the rover's path. 2 sections of the airbags used while landing the spacecraft blocked the rover's way. Yesterday, efforts failed to clear the airbags away. And President Bush is set to announce plans next week to send Americans to Mars. That's the word tonight from senior administration officials at the White House. The president also wants to build a permanent space station on the moon. President Bush has been expected to propose a bold new space mission in an effort to rally Americans as he campaigns for re-election.
Longview business owners are trying to silence the sound of passing trains downtown. This comes at the help of federal proposal that could allow communities to establish quiet zones in certain areas. NBC 56 reporter Matt Spalding has more in the agenda.
When Lee Geis isn't designing commercial real estate or heavy oil fields, he's busy listening to the... In Longview, Matt Spalding, NBC 56 News.
The Reverend Billy Graham continues to recover after breaking his hip earlier this week. The 85-year-old was in the Mayo Clinic in Jacksonville, Florida for a semi-annual checkup. When he fell in his hotel room early Tuesday morning, causing the fracture, a surgical team removed the ball of Graham's upper leg bone and replaced it with a metal prosthesis. Dr. Mary O'Connor is one of Graham's orthopedic surgeons and says hip replacement was the appropriate treatment.
I do feel that he is going to make a good recovery, but we'll have to see at what pace that he progresses.
A spokesman says Graham Ministries will not be affected by his recent surgery.
Dozens of children and adults in a mobile home park in Harrison County have been living without running water for nearly a month after their water well was shut off.
Aaron McChesney joins us now from the newsroom. Aaron, residents are kind of on their own with this problem, aren't they?
They really are. They don't have a landlord to oversee this problem because the landlord died not long ago. So residents take care of their own property, including coming up with money to connect to the Gum Springs water supply.
You know, I can't even wash my pots and pans. I did good to get all the dishes done last night, and it took all of them to do it.
Aaron McChesney, NBC 56 News.
More men are needed in the classrooms coming up. The National Educators Association says more males are needed to diversify the teaching profession.
And your morning cup of coffee could have an added health benefit. We'll explain later on NBC 56 News. On NBC 56 News, John Adams has the weekend weather. John, how's it looking?
Well, Doppler 56 looks good.
Been doing any good drugs lately, John?
Hold on, it's my mouth.
Cut! I love it. We're keeping that one.